Hello, friends. Happy Friday night. How are we doing? How you guys doing? Oh, lots of my friends are here. I love it. So, like always, there's a little delay when we go live. I think we're live now. I think you guys can see me. So, good evening. Happy Friday. How you guys doing? So happy to be here. Crazy week. It's another one that just flew by. I swear. They get shorter and faster every week. So very excited to be here tonight, and we're going to be making some pretty stuff. And the cut file that I promised you guys, I actually got completed, and I think tons of you, there were lots of downloads of that. So I hope you got a chance to cut it. It cut beautifully. So if you follow me on the Instagrams, I did show you my new Cricut Maker 3, and I have to say I love that thing. So if you're on the fence or you need a new die cutting machine and you want to put it on your Santa list, I would say go for it. I am shocked. I put it on too. So if you guys are Cricut users out there and you're like, now I can tell you because I have a silhouette and a Cricut. What setting I cut the foundations paper on, I put poster board, and it went through it like butter. Like, let me show you this part. Where is it? I just had it here. Here. So much to share tonight. So here is what was left. Look at it, cut through it beautifully. And I can use this as a background too, right? I can use this too. So yeah, I was shocked. So very excited about that. Here's the other thing. I'm a complete novice when it comes to using the Cricut. And my friend Jen Tryon had walked through how to cut vinyl. So I just took my cut file, the SVG file, downloaded it on my computer, and then just dragged and dropped it into when you add, I don't know what it was called, but I just added the new, oh my goodness, did you see that just happen? My brain can't even catch up to my mouth. But anyway, I just dropped it in, moved it around, put it through and cut it, crossed my fingers, and it worked. So I was very excited. Geraldine's at a crop this weekend, but still watching my friend Vicky. Yay, thank you, Geraldine. I hope you guys are having fun. It has been a very long time since I have actually got to crop with friends. Hi, Irene. Hello, Lil. You clean up nice because she saw me just a few minutes ago and I had no makeup on and a different shirt. So hello, my friend. Hi, Diane. Hello from Costa Rica. I love it. Yvonne, so happy to see you here. Hi, Natalie. Still love my silhouette. I love my silhouette too. But I have to say, I don't know, that Cricut's pretty freaking awesome. I have to say, if I don't know, I will reserve judgment, but I'm just saying, Natalie, when you come to visit me, I will let you try it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Seriously. Does anybody have both machines? Tell me what your thoughts are. Very curious. Yes, Patty needs to get her butt off the couch and make dinner. Yes, you do, Patty, because you ate late yesterday. So make something. Just have a few token bites. So you need to do that. Cute earrings. Yes, thank you. Little rainbows. Teresa's moving this weekend, but taking a break to watch Friday Night Live. Good luck with the move. Who else is here? Hello, friends. Hi, Vicki. Not on topic, but wanted to say thanks for sharing Gina's program. I signed up and you love it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It is, I'm very much loving it. And I think a lot of you out here, I'll have to post something on my Insta stories or whatever so we can start some conversations so I can do a week check-in to see how you guys are doing. But yes, very excited about that program. And you have a silhouette and several Cricuts. They are both great, but my favorite is the Cricut Maker. I'm just telling you, game changer. And I'm sure now Silhouette will come up with something new that will be comparable, but very awesome. So I'm looking. If you have a question, just make sure you put question beside it so that I don't miss it, because the comments are going pretty fast and I don't want to miss if there's something important that you guys are asking and I don't see it. So happy Friday. How was your week? Did you have a good week? Did you get lots accomplished? I hope everybody's feeling well. I hope your week was good, steady, and uneventful, unless it was good eventful, right? At the beginning of the week, I probably freaked some of you out because I was so sick. I was sick on Monday, got antibiotics on Tuesday, and I feel better now. So I know a lot of you were messaging me saying you hope I was feeling better. Definitely feeling better. There was a question here. Kathy, how do we sign up for the Crafty class you are going to do? The Doodlebug class, I'm going to talk about that tonight. So when I flip the camera around, it's a free class. You don't have to sign up for it. I am just going to spend a day with you using that Doodlebug product, because I think a lot of you bought it and maybe it's still sitting around. If not, just grab whatever. You can use the designs that I'm doing with any product that you have. But it's cute and crafty. I have to look at my calendar. We'll talk about it tonight. Whirlwind of a week. I just wrapped up my collection that will come out in the spring, and I am right into another project. So it literally, I have no time to breathe. It just is what it is. So I'm good. I've lived like this, I think, since the beginning of crafting, or when I started doing this as a job, but it's good. Question. What color is Seedless Preserves? Purple. Purple. So whatever purple you have, I just grabbed this one because we're going to do a fun ombre background of blue and purple. So it will completely contrast with the leaves. And I'm going to do a card tonight. The one thing I will have to do is when we get to the card, I forgot to grab a piece of paper, so I'll need to do that. She has been busy with fun projects for next year. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. You have the Cricut Air 2 and the Maker 2 and love them. Yeah, really fun. I had a Cricut, but years ago when it was cartridges. I have not, because I've just been a silhouette user, but have to say that that was kind of mind-blowing today. I put that in. It was very easy. And then I sent it to like make or whatever it is that you press on there. And this machine is super sturdy, quiet, cuts fast, and cut through, are you ready? Foundations paper like butter. I'll show you when I flip the camera how good the cuts were. So yay. And yes, see, I'm glad you like purple. We're going to do purple tonight. I think it's going to be fun. I think it will be fun with fall photos. So what you need to do the second part of this layout is a sheet of foundations paper or whatever you're using for your base. I have my masking tape again because I want to mask off an area in the center to do my ombre effect. And then we're going to use oh my goodness. I have to say, I'm pretty proud of myself. I drew this cut file, and Natalie, who is freaking awesome and always drops what she's doing to help me because she takes care of me. She takes very good care of me. I sent the cut file and the drawing, and she made them into all the files. So huge thank you to Natalie as well, but they turned out beautifully. And this was a page that I just quickly did this afternoon. So I still had this one to show you the before and after. So I haven't even cut into this one yet. I did a whole different one. So it's awesome. Can you give us a hint of the collection coming in April? No, it's bright. You always know my April release is a brighter release. And then the one that comes in the fall is earthier. And guess what arrived today that I'm going to show you peek up? Fernwood. It's pieces are in the house. And because I don't think anybody has it. I don't think there's anyone out there who has it. Maybe some of the paper because the paper's landed, but we'll talk about lots of things. But question, true size of the leaves? No, I shrunk them down to get all different sizes in a 12 by 12 so I could cut as many as possible. So I make the cut files images like a decent size, and then you can just adjust. So I would say, yeah, they're all different sizes, and you'll see when I lay it out. So no, I made them all different sizes. If you made them like pretty much just cut them exactly true to size, when I do a cluster of leaves, you might do one leaf. So hopefully that helps. But oh my goodness, Hi, Mari. How are you? And I'm sorry if I normally say hi to so many of you. So hi, Dion. Hi, how are you? So many of my friends here. I love it. So let's flip the camera. I'm done. You don't have to look at me anymore. We have lots to talk about, and then we're going to get into the layout, but I want to answer questions. So if, as I flip the camera and I move over to my desk, if you have any questions and I've missed it, just put question, because then I usually see it, and we'll get started. Hi, Leanne. Oh, so many of my friends are here. I shrunk some, but they're still big. They're big, right? So just fit them any way that you want. But I would say a lot of them, like I did 2 inches, 3 inches, 2.5, like around that. Probably the biggest one that I did is 3.5 inches, if that's helpful. So anywhere from like 1.5 to 3.5. Okay, question. Did anyone have any problems uploading into Design Space? What am I doing wrong? I took the SVG and I dropped it in to Design Space, and it uploaded beautifully, all as separate images. So I'm not an expert, so maybe somebody else can help you, but I had no issues. And it looks like a lot of people had cut them already. So I think, right? Mari, what do you use? Silhouette? Did you have any issues cutting them? Because I saw that you had cut them too, right? Hi, Brienne. How are you doing, my friend? So, okay, flip the camera. Let's get to work. So happy you're here with me tonight. Let's make some magic. Let's connect. Let's laugh. And let's make some pretty art. So I'm going to flip the camera over to my phone. There it is. And let's talk about some things. The peaks, you can see a peak right there. So that's the first thing I'm going to talk about, is I'm going to share a little bit of Fernwood. And hi, Poppy, how are you? And yeah, let's just do the thing. So I'm going to put my laptop lower so I can see it. I'm very excited tonight. So I'm well rested. I had a quick bite to eat. Wasn't very hungry for supper tonight. So just had a little bit of chicken and lettuce. And now I am going to treat myself tonight. I'm not supposed to be drinking any diet pop, but I needed it. So I'm doing that. It's better than a chocolate bar, so I have to say, right? So Fernwood. This is not Fernwood. This is one of my older collections, but I'm going to use it tonight on my layout. Are you ready for this? So it got bent in the travels, but this is, I'll take it out of the package. Oh my goodness, friends. Are you ready for it? Hi, Lee. How are you? Hi, Penny. Hi, Amy. Are you ready for it? Look at the vellum. Oh my goodness, friends. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So there's moths and there are dragonflies on it, and it's very crunched. It was put in a box right at the top of the box, just sitting there. Isn't it beautiful? So very excited about that. There's like little script words in the background. It's beautiful. So that is the vellum. This, okay, you know, so I'll put my dreams out there. I'll put my dreams out there, and then I hope for the best. And I have to say that as embellishments go, this is probably one of my favorite embellishments ever from American Crafts. Are you ready? And it happens to be in my collection. So if you guys noticed, there are these charms with the tassels, and they are not garbage. Like, they are absolutely adorable. So we will be doing a Fernwood weekend. I will be doing like we do with all of my collections. And just so you know, everybody will get one of these in their kit. So when you go to put your orders through your favorite scrapbook stores, I'll link all of this stuff later too. So if you're going to place an order at either Cherry on Top or, well, Cherry on Top, I think, is the only one with a pre-order, but I'll put some links in, okay? But they are absolutely beautiful. And I'll go through a whole walkthrough of the collection, but I have to say these turned out beautifully, and you get 4 in a pack. And I think it's one of those things, to be honest with you, my friends, I'd buy a couple packs of these. Like, they are beautiful. One of my favorite embellishments. Look at it. So everybody, when you get your collection pack, if you end up taking the class and the kit with me, you'll get one of those. Okay, I included one in everybody's kit, which I don't have yet, friends, because here's the other thing. So just to give you an idea, right? is, when you order your kits through me and you do the classes with me, that's literally how I make my living, the class kits. So I will make it big and juicy and fun. It is not posted yet. Even though Fernwood has been released, it's not posted yet because I just found out. I got the paper already for Fernwood, but if you are familiar with anything going on out there in the world with product trying to get into the US, the boat has docked. They're saying that the boats will sit now in the harbor for weeks before they can even dock. So the boat has docked. They're hoping that it will get unloaded in a week, and then it has to arrive in Utah. So right now, projected arrival for, and so if you're a store owner, this gives you an idea as well, for Fernwood is not until, are you ready? The end of October. Okay, end of October. They're not garbage. I didn't say they're not garbage, Linda. I said like they are, because the price point, like to get a really nice charm like this, would you buy one for like, $6 or $7. So I am very happy with how these turned out, right? My American crafts designer part isn't my job. No, not at all. Doing the product line is not at all how, and you would talk to anybody who's out there and they'll tell you that I love it because then it's product that I get to use and teach with. But that is not where my living comes from, is not from my product lines. It's from the classes I teach 100%. I would say that is like 85% of what I do, right? So labor shortage, it's craziness, but I just want to give you an idea. So here, what else? Want another peek? I'm just giving you quick peeks because we have to do my proper walkthrough, but oh my gosh, the floral in this freaking collection is going to blow your mind. So that's the 6x12 sticker sheet. It is freaking gorgeous. So let me show you one ephemera. There's one of the ephemera packs. Let me pick something out so you get a close up, but we're going to do like a proper walkthrough. But let me pull something that will make you, oh my goodness, look at this. Seriously, look at that. And this floral. Look at that floral. I love it so much. And Natalie, are you ready? Oh, it's in the package. I was going to pull the bird out for Natalie because she loves them. It's her favorite part. She says more birds every time. So it's going to be beautiful. I'll do a full walkthrough, but thank goodness they were able to scrounge some samples to send to me because FedEx lost all of them. I didn't get any samples that they had sent, and they went through the office and stole them from everybody. So it's very pretty. You guys are going to love the collection. It's very beautiful. So that is one thing. It's coming. Fernwood's coming. The whole weekend event will be perfect Christmas gift because I'm not teaching that class until the new year. So the class will not be taught to the new year. I'm going to post it before Christmas with the pre-order. They will ship before the holidays. It will ship before the holidays. And then I'm also going to do the gel plate part 2. And I'm looking at if I can't rework the photography class because a lot of you guys have asked for access to the photography class. So I'm going to try to do that as well. So then if you have like kids that are like, what can I get you for Christmas or whatever, they're great options. So I thought that would be good. There's so much, friends. I have boxes of stuff that has to get added to the store, and I cannot wait to share it with you. You're going to be super excited, some of the stuff that I brought in. So it's coming. So yeah, that's coming. So the other thing that happened this week is I finished the projects for the free Doodlebug class, which I think that's what somebody was asking about, right? The free class. So a lot of you, there weren't very many. I ordered a couple of kits for this one. So some of you may have purchased one of the kits from me, which was just a bag full of stuff. And there was no guarantees what I was going to do with it. And then I sat down and couldn't wait to play with it. So I ended up, are you ready? I made 1, 2, 3 and 4. Oh, I was trying to see if that photo would fit. It didn't. Oh, which way? 5. Look at this one. So there's going to be some mixed media in there. 5 and 6 and 7 pages. 7 pages, and I use the Doodlebug Cute and Crafty collection pack. There's all 3 washi tapes. There are both ephemera packs. There is the sticker book and a couple of a doodle pop, a whole bunch of stuff. So this is not a class that you have to pay for. And the kit, Glenda, guess what? It didn't sell out fast. That kit I ordered in the summer. It's been sitting in my store. Those last 10 kits have been sitting in the store for months. And after I knew, as soon as I did samples, guess what? Then everybody would want one. Because when I remember I had done a poll to see who wants this Cute and Crafty, I'm going to order it because I love it. And there were about, I don't know, 75 or 80 people. I think I only ended up getting like maybe 50 kits, and 10 sat in the shop forever. So I think you should probably, I'm hoping if you guys, this will give you enough time that if you didn't get the kit from me, you can maybe still find it online. But I think it's all listed still in the store. But it is the collection pack. It is the sticker book. It is the both ephemera packs, the doodle pop of the Polaroid camera, and all of the tiny little hearts, the big hearts, and then the whatever, the enamel dots that look like this. So that's what I use. That's everything that I'm going to be using. You'll need a sheet of foundations paper. The ink colors I will post when I send my newsletter out. But it's going to be a free class, and we're going to sit probably on like a Sunday afternoon, and I'm just going to work away with you. So it'll be a totally free class. You can use whatever you have on hand, or if you can still track down, if you don't have Cute and Crafty, that's what this collection is. It's Doodlebugs, Cute and Crafty. So let me get through this weekend, and I will send another newsletter out, because did you guys all get my newsletter today? I did send one out today with an update on Warm Wishes, and I will send a newsletter out listing what I'm using in this and what day I'm doing the class. And it will be recorded, even though it's live. So if you can't watch it live, it will sit there, and it's for everybody all around the world. Anybody who wants to sit and do this with me, you can. So even if you don't have Cute and Crafty, just grab a bunch of your papers, your stickers, some ephemera sets, and you can just copy the designs using whatever product you have on hand. But it's free, right? So again, if you have it, awesome. If you don't, sorry, but I think it'll be fun either way. I did see your email, and you're covered, Irene. Okay. All right. So today we are going to were you here with us last week, or did you see this live from last week where we created this background using distress ink and layers and layers and layers and drips and all of this fun? So we made this background, and a lot of you guys played along and posted, and I'm very excited you got to do that. It's awesome. So I ended up making a second one. Remember, I told you guys, if you're nervous to cut it because you love the art that you make, then sit down and make a second one. And then you have a reference point, right? A lot of my backgrounds I keep as reference. And I also keep them because a lot of times people, or when I'm designing my product lines with American Crafts, I'll send a lot of my original art in for them to use for backgrounds. And you've probably noticed it, right? And see them on like different papers and things. So I will often just keep them, so I have reference points, right? And you finally made it here tonight. I'm very excited, Cindy. So then I made a second one and I cut it out with a free cut file that you can find. I linked it in the description for tonight, but it's on vickybooten.com. There's a whole bunch of free cut files. All of my cut files are free. I just feel like if you do have a die cutting machine, it's something that everybody, I can send everybody a little kiss and hug through your email, right? So love it. You made several projects from last week. I love it, Sherry. It was a lot of fun, right? I love when you guys are inspired to grab your stuff and play along. So this is the background from the die cut or the cut file. And here is what I made. So let me just grab a piece of paper. I put all of these and resize them to get a whole bunch of these custom watercolor distress drip technique leaves. And tonight we're going to make a background and then make a layout. And then we are going to also make a card for all my card loving friends. So I feel like it is a little bit of everything for everybody tonight. Okay. So they turned out really well, don't you think? I love them. And it cut beautifully. Like the cut files, look how little that one is. And it's super, the edges are detailed and it cut beautifully. So love it. Hi, Karen. How are you? So Karen's a teacher, so I'm sure she's like finally made it because she's getting into her groove now with being back to school. So I'm glad you're here, friend. Happy to see you. So I'm going to put my little leaves in my bowl. I'm going to grab my sheet of foundations paper. Do we have any questions before we get started? The other thing, the update, if you didn't see the newsletter, if you did order the Warm Wishes event weekend kit, I'm going to start shipping some of them on Monday, but they're going to filter out, friends, because the one color of cardstock is on one of those boats that took forever. So it did arrive, and I said to them, please just ship it directly to me here in Canada. So we're working on those. So you're going to start seeing notices all over. I usually start US because it's the most amount of work for me to do the shipping there. But I am going to start shipping out Warm Wishes kits on Monday. And the other thing that you need to know is the majority of the class is will be done through a private Facebook group. So I will send information for that. And that's where you'll access your instructions. That's where it's tons of info. We're going to do some bonus classes on there. It'll just be super fun. Okay. Question. I have an older silhouette and the cut setting I used did not work. I could have a dull blade, but for those who are successful cutting a silhouette, what are your settings? Are you using foundations paper? Because that's my first question. Because Natalie, you helped me with this too. Double cut always. And I set it chipboard, right? Did I use foundations paper? I 100% did. I know you're shocked, Cindy, because look how well these cut, right? I'm super excited to spend the time with you, Yessie, for the Warm Wishes weekend. It's going to be awesome. And thanks. There were a lot of kit orders today came through after the newsletter. So I still do have kits left. And I know a lot of you have already purchased your Warm Wishes. Instruction and access only will come probably a week or two out from the actual class date, which is November 13th and 14th. Okay. Double cut slow. And I put it on the setting, the chipboard setting. And that's what I did. Okay. Next time I'll use a chipboard setting. Yes. Chipboard, double cut, and do a test cut, and make sure that your speed is slow, because the paper's so thick, it'll tear it up. Right. So I hope that's helpful. Right. And you use craft board on the Cricut Explorer, Irene, and I use poster board. I used poster board and it cut perfectly. I didn't adjust anything, just poster board, if that's helpful. Okay. So to start, I want to do another option for or a little bit more mixed media, because I think it would be fun as soon as I find my sheet of craft or my sheet of foundations paper. that was just in front of me a second ago. Just a second here. What was the question? Are you going to be sad to see Color Study go? I do love this collection, and I'm using it tonight. So that's the other thing if you want to grab. I just grabbed a whole bunch of fallish colors, because that's the one thing that's magical about Color Study is the backgrounds are neutral, bright color, right? Neutral, bright color. So I have that as my base, but now I have to find where I just had my sheet of foundations paper. What the heck could I have done with it? It was just in front of me. Oh, Vicki, what is wrong with you? Does anybody see it? Maybe it's with a stack of layouts that I just had here. Maybe I picked it up by accident. I did. Okay, I'm not totally losing my mind. So I thought it would be fun to do an ombre background in prize ribbon and seedless preserves, because I think that these leaves will contrast beautifully with that. It will be very pretty fall background. I am going to also grab my craft mat. And my idea is that I'm going to do kind of like mask the center and do a pretty ombre effect. And then we are going to take the tape off and then build our layout. So it won't take long. This will be really quick. I've never used more Color Study than any other collection ever. And do you want funny, Jennifer? So I'm teaching at an event called Ready, Set, Create this weekend. And tomorrow is my class. And I created, I think, 6 layouts for it using Color Study. So brand new layouts. And then I am teaching at event with Crop and Create with Scrapbook and Cards Today. And I created another 7 layouts that you've never seen before. So I think in total, using Color Study, probably easy, I don't know, 20 or 30 layouts, all from the same paper collection, and it never gets old, and I'm never tired of it. So here's the other thing. They reordered lots of Color Studies. So when you see it, I would recommend ordering it, because I think it's a collection that will work with lots of other collections. So it's definitely worth grabbing some more of it. What is your craft mat made of? This one is a Ranger craft mat. I use this one, or I will use a white one that I have from American Crafts. But I just love, because it's easy cleanup, right? And this one that's underneath is I just forgot his name. Oh my goodness. Ken Oliver. And I just like the size of it, but it is sticky. This one, the gray one, is like that. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's a little tacky. So I find it's a little harder to clean. So this is always my go-to craft mat. Yeah, you treasure your Color Study. It's still out in stores. So that's what I'd say. Before it's gone, it's probably, I saw the sneak peek at the Crop and Create group. It's going to be fun. And Ellen, guess what? I'm going to talk to Catherine, because I'll probably pop back up on the group and do a bonus layout, because you have enough left over probably to do 4 more layouts. Isn't that crazy? I hope Catherine's not here tonight. She'll be like, what the heck, Vicki? I'm like, I know, Catherine. Maybe I got a little crazy with the kit for that one, but it's good. You get 2 exclusive stencils in it that I designed just for that. It's going to be very good, right? All right, so I'm going to take my masking tape. I'm putting it on my jeans quickly just to de-stickify it so it doesn't tear my background. And oops, see? And you see lint and everything on there. And I'm not going to get like super fancy with lining it up. I just know that I would like to have a, like, look, see, there's lint off my pants. What is that? About a 2-inch, 2.5-inch border around here. Oh, you're going to love it. The class is going to be so much fun. And then, like I said, we have enough left over that I'm going to end up doing a bonus class. So it will be the class that just keeps on giving. And you know, like I said, here's the funny thing. Here is the little tidbit I'll give to you guys, and especially if you're new, and then you guys can back me up who've done classes with me. Friends, I give you a lot of my time, and the kits are very generous. So if you're ever on the fence, like say when Fernwood's coming out and you're like, I don't know if I want to do, like, I don't know, is it worth it? Like that seems like a lot of money. It's like 15 hours minimum of keeping time that I spend with you. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun, right? Yay, how fast the weather changed, and we're now in jeans. Yeah, I'm in jeans today too. So I am, look at, I eyeballed this. You guys can measure if you want to. I might change that. I don't know if I wanted a square. Whatever. Let's just go with it. Well, and you know, because I've seen some of you guys when we're on the creative community where we have some new friends and they're like, is that in Canadian or American dollars? That seems like a lot of money. And it is. All my prices are in Canadian because I'm in Canada. And I don't think you could go and buy all of the product plus the bonuses, plus what you pay for the instruction only for less than what you pay for the kit. And maybe I'm wrong, but I try to keep it where it's fair, right? But it'll be fun. Do you cut foundations paper on your Cricut Maker with poster board setting? I do, Kristen. That's what I did, poster board. And it went through it like butter. It was, I can't even believe how well it cut. It was really, really good. Yes, you have. It was very beautiful today, though, Lynn, here where I am in Southern Ontario. It was warm enough. I had the air conditioning on in the car. Okay, there we go. I just don't, if I want to make sure I don't kind of work outside of the area. Okay, so I think, what do you think? Do you want me to go prize ribbon to seedless preserves or seedless preserves to prize ribbon? I am going to use a sheet of plastic and I'm going to kiss my pattern down. And it's going to be an ombre effect with purple and blue. It was cold and rainy, really? Yeah, no, it was a beautiful day here today. It was really beautiful. It was cloudy for a bit, but yeah, it was still hot. I know, Robin, I'll post it, but I have to get some of, so some say purple on top, some say blue on top. So I think, yeah, we'll do this, okay? Let's do this. It'll be good. And you do whatever you want at home, right? And it doesn't matter what colors you have. I just thought prize ribbon would be fun to use because it's a new color. And then seedless preserves, I just thought would be great for fall. I ordered a whole bunch of this and I'm going to be putting it in my store. I have a whole bunch of stencils. I have some stuff from 49th and Market. So once I can get myself organized, I am going to be adding some fun things to store. So we're going to do something a little different tonight. Are you ready for it? Guess what I'm going to do? I am going to mist with water on the paper. I'm going to put ink on my plastic and I'm going to kiss the ink into the wet. Let's see what happens. It was nice here, Janice. I don't know. It was nice here. I don't think I imagined it. Did you say 49th and Market? Yes, I bought a whole bunch of their new rub-ons, a whole bunch of ephemera packs, frames, just fun things because I think it'll work well with the Christmas and some of the kits. And I have some new stuff from Ranger. I'm going to do some fun things with some new Tim Holtz stuff. I have a whole whack of stuff and just no time. Okay, so I'm going to mist. Let's try this. So I won't mist the whole bit, but I'm going to mist at least half. And I'm putting a fair amount of water down here. Okay, I want this wet. And now let's go in with our prize ribbon. I think this will be fun. I don't know if I've ever done this before. And tonight's the night to try it. So let's see what happens now when I float prize ribbon into, oh, that's fun. Look what just is happening. So I am floating that into a watercolor background. So that's my first layer. I'm just kind of messing around with it. It's fun. That was fun. That was actually very satisfying. And then I'm going to put some water down here, and guess what I'm going to float into the bottom? Some Seedless preserves. I'm going to wipe my sheet off and let's see what happens. So you need to have a fair amount of water. Otherwise, you're going to get big solid pieces of, oh, that is a color. That Seedless preserves is a color. I love it. So I only did 1 pounce. Let's see what happens. So I'm all right for it to overlap. Oh my word. Oh, Nelly. I am loving that. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it. Let's see what happens. So I am going to take my little paper towel and I'm going to wick some of that pooled paint up. See what just happened? So I'm not messing with my background, but I can take that and I can just wick some of the water out and pigment. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dry this and then put some more layers down. But for fun, let's maybe make this blend a little by adding a little bit more water. And I'm going to clean my sheet off and just kind of mess with that. Take my clean sheet now and just kind of get some blend going on. Because when I dry this, I will come in and I'm going to put Seedless preserves and prize ribbon on my sheet and make a new color. But I'm digging it. Let's just leave it alone, Vicki. Stop messing. And I'm going to dry this. And then we'll go in and layer on it. Okay. Oh, Nelly, that purple is beautiful. Let's suck some of that moisture out of it because it'll take forever to dry it. Okay. So we're just helping it along. It's so pretty. And in a perfect world, you could just leave this to dry. But because we have a little bit of a time constraint, right? So I can actually finish this tonight. I need to dry this. I'm very impatient, and that's why I'm soaking up some of the extra water. And you don't have to bake it like a cookie, right? We just want to get some of this moisture out. Thank you, Laura, and I'm glad you're here. And guess what? You can do all these things too. It really, I think I've seen a lot of creative growth in a lot of my friends that have been here for a while playing along. So see, it's still kind of wet, and I'm going to just leave it and go with it. So I'm going to start in the center section, making that third color with some Seedless preserve and some prize ribbon on the same one. Now I'm going to have to add a little bit of water to this one because how am I going to make a new color, right? So let's put a little bit of water on it and let's blend it and make a new color. It's like watching paint dry. It is. So let's make a new color. So Seedless Preserves is owning this. So you know what I'm going to do? It's very purple, and I would like it to be more blue. Sorry. It's me choking. Sorry about that, friends. If I blot with another piece of cardstock, Sandra, it's going to press the pattern out. So the water has to go somewhere. It would make it blend more. So I just soak it up with a little bit of paper towel. I'm just dry. My throat's just dry. I was just choking. So I'm going to take a little bit of that pigment off, and I'm going to put another pound surprise ribbon because it is more purple, and I really would like it to be more of a blue with a hint of purple. Don't drink the rinsing water. I have my new paint cup now, so I won't, but thank you for being concerned. Okay, I'm going to put the water down on here. I'm going to use the same technique. Let's see what happens. I would like to soften it. So I like this, that it's kind of a bluey purple. Oops, I'm going to add water everywhere, because if I don't and it goes on here, I'm in trouble. I'm taking that up. Let's see. Now, it could be where I have no control over it, but I'm going to just go with it. I don't care what happens here tonight. Let's just play and see what we get. So it was a little harder to control the second time around. So we will just bring that color down a bit. Because I know Yessie's excited that I'm using purple. But if you've met me before, I'm a little bit more of the school of blue. So I'm going to blow this around a bit. My paper has very much warped with all the water, right? So let's see what happens when we just kind of mess with that. So just know, by putting this wet on wet, it is a little bit harder to control. So you may prefer when we normally do the kissing technique where your base is dry. Okay, so you make that decision. But you know, because it's me and I'm all right to see where it's going to take me, I'll just keep going the route I'm going, and we'll see what we end up getting. Okay, I just don't want a line of color like that, so I'm going to break that up a bit, and I'm going to dry it a little bit more. And I have an idea now, and let's see what happens. So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to go in now with my ink blending tool and add some color. Yeah, I bought a cup that says paint water right on the front of it. So now I am less likely to drink my paint water. I'm going to soften those lines a bit. I'm going to soften that. Okay, when I have enough of the moisture out, because I don't want to start rubbing on a really wet background, because what we will end up getting is pilled paper. We'll pill the paper, right? So again, not baking it like a cookie, but I don't want it to be really damp. So I think that's good. And I have a couple of ink blending tools. So let's go in now and add some pigment to the edges. Question: I don't have distress ink for Seedless Preserves. Only the oxide. Will this still work? Try it, but you know the oxide is not going to be as transparent. So just be aware of that, Yessie. Hello, Lori Lee. Oh, I should have used the other one on that. Okay, so I'm going to come in and blend some pigment in, being careful. Your background isn't too wet, so you aren't pilling your paper, okay? And I'm still going to add water on this. I just want to deposit more color quickly because I don't want to spend 4 hours on our background because we have other things to do. So look at that, is very pretty. Look at the depth that starts to create. Very pretty. And I know for some of you really want me to keep a lot of that purple, but I just can't do it. So I'm going to take some of that down with this prize ribbon. So I want to get some pigment down because I think I'm going to take a stencil. I'm going to wet the stencil and press it into the background. And that's going to be kind of my watermarking business. Okay, so let's build. Yeah, I think the oxides might be a little bit heavy, but you don't have to use seedless preserves either, right, Yessie? You can use a different purple if you have a different purple. But I know a lot of people don't have a ton of distress ink anymore because oxide was the thing, right? And a lot of people bought lots of oxide ink and got rid of their regular distress. I know some people got rid of their distress. But I really feel like they both do different things, right? So it's definitely, and the other plus with the regular distress is you can buy the minis. You don't have to buy, if you don't want to, the full-size pack or full-size ink set. So if you don't have all of the colors, you still can get some, okay, in the minis. And I'm also, when I do those grab boxes, I have a whole bunch of distress ink from classes that I'm going to be throwing in. See, I'm getting some, because the paper was wet, the marks from my ink blending tool, but I don't care because I'm going to put the wet stencil on top and we're going to see if it can't eat some of that pigment away. So let's see what we get here. Okay, putting a little bit more, making that mid-range purple in the middle where the two colors blend. Okay, and now I'm going to kiss my wet stencil into the background and let's see what pattern we can make. So I just grabbed, do we want to do something as simple as the circles? We could do just that. Oh, I could do 2 stencils. That might be cool, right? Because that might be cool, right? Maybe like this. Okay, so I'm going to do, pick whatever you have. I'm going to put water on the stencil and I'm going to let it sit on my background and then that will create a really interesting pattern. Were you using the dome foam? I was. I love them. I love them. You know, when we went from the rectangle to the round ink blending tool was a game changer. When we went from flat to domed ink blending pads, game changer. So if you have not purchased any for yourself, I would really recommend that it's a game changer. It totally ups the whole inking game. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm going to put water on my stencil. So I'm going to do it off screen so I'm not spraying over my work surface. So a lot of water. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it on there like that and press it into my background. Oh, it's going to be good. Okay. So I'm pressing that water in. So see what's happening is it's going to make a really cool pattern. I'm hoping. Let's hope. Now, guess what happened? The paper towel pattern is in the background, so we'll just go with it. But yeah, that's happening. So let's see what we get when we lift it. I'm letting it marinate for a minute. Let's lift and see. Oh, I love it. Can you see it? So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that. A little bit. Now let's dry that and then we'll do the bottom. And these are the lessons I want you guys to learn is don't be scared to do any of the things. And when you're not really getting the exact result you were hoping for, don't quit because magic can happen. Because I think this is a little magical. I think this turned out really, really pretty. When I take the background off and I hold it up to the camera, I think you guys will be able to see. Do you see what happened there? I'm very happy with this. It's bold but subtle at the same time, right? So I'm going to go and do that again now with the bigger circle down here, okay? So I'm going to take the larger circle. I'm going to mist it with a fair amount of water because if you don't, it's not going to do anything, right? This would not happen if I would not have put the ink down with the ink blending tool, okay? It wouldn't happen. This wouldn't have worked. And Irene, these paper towels are going to be perfect when we do our paper towel background. It's going to be magical. I need to buy the paper towels that don't have any pattern on it. That's what I need to get. I think we've talked about it before. This one, I don't know how much water was on the stencil, so it might be very subtle. We'll see what kind of effect we got. Oh, it's very fun. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Oh, it's very fun. This, I'd have to say, is a new favorite technique. See, we make magic happen on our Friday nights. Now, this I don't love, but because we're going to be putting stuff on there, I'm not going to overthink it, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm going to show you. I'm going to clean up some of this mess. Look at it. Can you see it? Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so now you got to be very careful you don't tear your background. So keep, see what I do? Keep your, drag your tape off like tape to tape. Lay it down flat and go slow. Don't lift it and pull it right off because I'm not using painter's tape either. I'm using freaking masking tape. So I don't want you to rip your paper because that would be a sad day. Okay? Sad day. I cannot wait for this first line when you get to see a reveal. When a reveal happens, it's going to be good. How's everybody doing out there? Is everybody good? And I know for some of you, you're very happy with this color palette because this is not what I normally would do, right? But I have to say, I'm really excited with how it's turning out. Yeah, that if you don't have seedless preserves, I'm telling you, it's a wowzer purple. You want it. Okay, so it's slow because I don't want to tear my paper. Okay. You're like, take the other one off. Stop taking the outside one. Now here, I'm going to have to say, it's not super clean around the edges because I should have masked the whole thing off because see what I did? Vicky is a dirty girl. So let's see. Oops, see? That one is tearing the page. So I caught it and we fixed it. Okay, here's your first reveal. Look how pretty that is. For our card base, I'm going to have to do something quick. So I'll just add the ink and do the same technique with the wet stencil, but I won't do the first step where we kissed it. Yay. Oh, I love this. So, you know what's really fun with this is you could make some art for your house. You could do this and then you could frame these, which is fun, right? You could customize it to any color that you wanted. But just by doing that masking, you get such a nice clean edge. Unless you're Vicky and then you just bring your paint all outside of it. But I'll do something that makes it look like I meant to do that. Yeah, ding dong. Ooh, ooh. But see, look at when I said about we keep our paper towels. Look at that one. It's going to be fun to make our art. It almost looks like blue cheetahs. Does a cheetah have spots? Is that right? Cheetah? Leopard? I can't remember if a cheetah has spots. Yay. Here we go. Yes, the blue, the prize ribbon. And like I said, friends, if you haven't, I'm going to be putting that up because I don't know what I was thinking. I bought a whole bunch of prize ribbon. So when I update my store, I will add it. But that's pretty. And you can use that any way that you want, right? If you wanted purple at the top, guess what? Purple can be at the top. Okay. So I think that turned out pretty. The only thing I'm not impressed with myself is look what I did. What a ding dong. Right? Oh, mask it all so we can keep it nice and clean. And then put your paint all outside your mask lines because that's the smart thing to do, Vicky. Oh, yes. I am smart. SMRT. So I'm going to put that paper towel there on my dirty stencils so I don't put my arm in it and actually move it. And now let's make our layout. So we still have to do a card base, but I will have to get up and grab something to actually make a card base. Look at that. Ah. Okay, little cleanup. And now let's go into scrapbook mode. Can I lift the edges with water? I don't think so, Dawn, because it was diluted. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I could end up making more of a mess if I go in here and try to lift it off. What I would sometimes do is totally paint on it with white. Let's see. It's not going to come off. The paper is fibrous. So, well, it came off a little bit. So that'll work enough for me, right? It's not as vibrant. And now I'm wetting my whole paper, and you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to grab my Mink and flatten that because now it's all going to be buckly. And hi, Dawn. How are you, friend? So enough, right? You still can see it, but it's better. So now I am going to grab my Mink because I need to do that and flatten this page out so that we can do it, the layout. But I think that these are going to look very fun on here, don't you think? Look at that contrast. Do you love it or what? I love it. So I'm going to do a small photo tonight, and then we'll decide how we want these to play. But oh my goodness gracious. It's going to be fabulous. Don't you like it? The contrast? You guys wanted me to put purple in the leaves. And then I'm like, I love the idea of purple, but let's do purple on our background. And very excited with how that is looking. And look at, and Dawn, won't this make a pretty card? I even got stamps ready and everything. So we can do, I'm going to do the same version. Maybe we can do a thin line. What are they called? I just forgot. What are the thin cards, the narrow ones called? Oh my goodness. I just went to say it and totally forgot the word. But we could do, don't you think that would be fun? To do like a long, tall card with the leaves falling down it. When you guys remind me what it's called. Slimline. Thank you. You guys can decide, right? Do I do a slimline? You card makers, you tell me what you'd like to see. I'm getting my Mink just to flatten that out because it's still very wet. And you know, lovelies, if you have the time, you don't have to do this step. You could just let it dry and it'll flatten. But because I am going right from doing the mixed media to doing the layout, I like to flatten my page before I start trying to stick stuff on it. So let me quickly do this. I'm just going to quickly do this. And friends, I've ordered a whole bunch of foil, and we are going to do foiling one Friday night as well, because I think that that will be fun. So as soon as that light goes green, I'm going to run this through. All it's going to do is flatten out my background. Can we use a heat press to flatten? Maybe. The only reason I like this, Jamie, is it's equal pressure. So it just flattens it out really well. But you could try, but you'd have to put it on a surface that is very flat, and it could end up still buckling your paper. So I'm going to quickly flatten this. Oh, do we decide, do we want me to do a slim line? You guys will tell me what the measurement of that is, right? Because I don't know these things. And I'm grabbing another sheet of foundations paper. Because I'm going to do a card on foundations paper tonight. Okay, doop doop. So just throwing this through here. Open that sheet, looks a little dirty. So let's do it the other way. And we'll run it through. Hi, Diane, off topic, but I just saw it pop up that the I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. 3.5 by 8.5. Okay, so I would cut that at 7 by 8 and fold it in half, right? So that'll be perfect. Oh, the prisoners from Canada. That's awesome news. That is awesome news. Yes, so, okay, so that's what we'll do. Yes to slimline. Hello, Jessica from Florida. How are you, my friend? Are you coming on either of the cruises with me, Jessica, for next year? I know you're traveling all over, but I'm curious if you're going to come and hang out with me, friend. I would love to see you. That is excellent news. It's slow, but it's worth it. So now my page is nice and flat. And there was something dirty in my mat. And I just put more dirt all over my white background. So whatever now, just go with it, Vicki. Maybe we're going to make that work for us by just adding some drips around the edges of that. We'll decide. But I don't really get too upset over that kind of stuff. You just kind of go with it, right? Just kind of go with it. Hoping for the best. Hoping that phone is still charging. Here we go. Oh, yes, there's a wedding in January, so you have to focus on that. Yes, I do. I have 2 cruises planned for next year through Cruising Crop. One is to out of England, Southampton, and it's going to Spain and France. And that one is in June. And then there is one out of Texas that is going to Cozumel and such. So that one is in October. So it will be a lot of fun. Start planning for that. And I've seen a lot of my friends have emailed me that you guys are coming with me. So I'm very excited about that. We are going to have the best time ever. So I just can't wait to leave the house. I'm hoping that our world is in a better place and I can actually leave the house. Hubby and I signed up for the cruise, Kari. I'm so excited. So excited. It's going to be good. Okay. So let's plan this layout now, friends. Is anybody doing this with me tonight? I hope that somebody is playing. I know that you are hanging out a lot of times, but some of you are too tired on a Friday to crop, or you like to see what I'm doing before you commit, right? You're like, let me see what she's doing before I make anything. Hi, Rich.
Is there any more green paper?
That's all we have.
Just the one box.
Yeah. That is what's coming. See, Rich is kidding for Worm Wishes out there while we're down here playing. Hello, friends. Okay. So we have some pieces of color study that I can decide what my mat will be. But what are your thoughts on this? Like, I'm thinking a mat on this side and the leaves kind of flowing down that side of the page, and then the title here. And I am going to go with just a little photo. I think a 3x4 for this one. I just think you could do 2 3x4s, but I like that. Just print 2 photos on a 4x6 photo, right? Hi, Serenity. How are you? You're using oxides. How's it working for you, Tammy? Are you getting really fun results? Okay. So let's decide. I need to save some of the smaller ones for the card. So I'm going to separate my leaves by shape. And then I am going to pick what I want to use on this page. And then decide, like, there's a nice big one. I love that. These ones are a little on the bigger side too. Don't know if I want that color on there though. We'll decide. Doo-doo. Love that green one too. So yeah, we'll just kind of go through and decide here. And then I'm kind of digging the green for the mat. But there's purple, green, and yellow. That's fun too if I layered it in with the green. What do you guys think? For my photo mat. Right? And then we have all of that contrasty fun. I don't know about the purple, to be honest with you. I think I'm digging for sure this green. Wish we could drop pics of our background in these comments. Well, you can for sure share it with me, Jennifer, on the Vicky Booten Creative community, right? That would be awesome. So I'm going to cut this to start. I don't know if a 3x4 will be too big. Let's try it though. We will do, I'm going to do 4 1/4. And I'm going to do it from this end by 3 1/4. So you could do it whatever you decide. You could have it this way or this way. I don't have a photo at this point printed, but that is never a huge concern for me because I know I can find a fall photo to throw on this layout. But I just scrapbook a little differently than the average bear. I like the green for sure. I'll pick another color because you know I'll want to layer a couple of mats. So I am going to pop this up to start right off with some foam dots. I'm going to make a fall wreath like you did the Christmas one. I love that, Debbie. That's a great idea. But yes, I would love to see what backgrounds that you made because I think that would be fun to get to see what you guys are making, right? So I'm going to start. I think I want more of that orange. Ooh, maybe this. Okay. And decide if that one is too big. If we want it there, maybe. Oh, I changed my mind. That is going to get popped and positioned here. Would putting a brown edge on the leaves be good? If you like that, Betty, that would not be my world because this is as dark as I would get. I am not an inker. So you certainly could put a brown edge if you wanted to, but you know, if you know me, it's still going to stay rainbows, right? It's going to stay still rainbows and butterflies. So I won't do that, but you most certainly could. If you want it to have like an earthier vibe, go for it. But I have a hard time. If you've met me or watched me, you will know that I still kind of keep everything very bright. I like this yellow one, digging that. So what I'm doing is giving a little bit of movement to the leaf because it wouldn't just fall kind of flat on the ground, right? So I'll bend my edges and then just start positioning to decide where I want these to go. Maybe like that. Because when I lay it flat, and this one, and some of the smaller ones, I don't know what I want to do here. I'm liking some of the small, I think. But I don't know what's going to happen when I get to my card. You know what? And just because like a leaf is maybe the ones that fall off the tree are a little darker, it doesn't mean they have to be on your layout, right? You can Willy Wonka it if you want to, right? There are no rules. And that's kind of what the magic of what we do. You can pretty much do whatever you want. It's still, people would definitely know looking at it that it's got a fall vibe going on, right? But you do whatever makes you happy. You know that hanging out with me, it's definitely what I do or encourage you guys to do is scrapbook, card making, whatever you're doing. Make it look the way you want it to look and what makes you happy. There's no rules. You do what brings you joy. That's our rule. I want it to bring you joy. And you know, sometimes it's going to take me a little while because thinking on the fly, right? I'm thinking on the fly. Who's here? Is Yana here? I see. Hello, Yana. How are you? Sleepless night, and you could come and see me. I love it. How are you doing, my friend? That is Yana, and she is in Germany. So you know, if you hang out here, that we get people from all over. And Yana used to be on, I think, my original design team. So very excited to see you here. I hope you're feeling better and doing well. Very excited. And Lori Lee was on my design team, and both of them are super, super talented ladies that you want to check out. Very talented. There is a fruit fly. So there you go. The fruit fly is really enjoying my falling leaves, just like it would happen here in Ontario. So see, stuff came off of the mat, and I might make that happen where I put a couple drips of paint on there. That might end up happening. What color? We need a red one. Little red one here. I love it. I'm trying to get where it looks like the wind swept them. The wind swept my leaves across my page, and I'm going to start to commit some of these. And I now wish I would have cut a few smaller ones, but we have to work with what we have, right? We'll make it work. Hi, Carol. How are you? How are you doing with Gina Livy? Carol is on there with me too. Hello, Tamara. Jumping on late. You're good. Just happy to have you here. I'm kind of good. Still dealing with health issues, but working on that. Well, I hope you're feeling better, friend. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better. I'm loving that we have some OGs in the house tonight. Some of our OGs. Love it. Digging this, friends. I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? I am feeling this. I am going to very much double up my foam dot on this. Don't you love when it just comes together? And I'm feeling tonight that it's just coming together. It's coming together. I'm loving the color vibe going on. I'm going to find something else to come up here, and I'm going to tack what I have down, and then we'll add to it. But I feel like I need to commit, don't you? I feel like, Vicki, it's time to commit. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to commit that guy, but I'm going to move him a little bit. And this needs to be attached. Yeah, Saturday morning in the springtime and in Australia. I love it. Okay, so I want part of that to go under because I feel like it needs to. Does that look straightish? I hope it is, friends. It's very hard when you can't, or you aren't standing, right? Sometimes I need to stand to see. But now, I'll do that. Yes, we'll have to have an OG chat. Get all of the people who've been on my design team in for a chat. Normally we would do that sometimes at trade shows and all of the things that we often do, but none of that is happening. And I was supposed to get to see Yana when the cruise that we were doing was going to Germany, and she was going to come and hang out with us and help us tour around, and then COVID. So COVID happened, and that we had to shut that down, didn't we, Yana? I was very excited though. That was going to be an epic tour. So I hope that I get to do that at some point. I would love to see you and get you to show me around where you live. Would be awesome. The only time I was in Germany was I had taught in Holland, and then I took a flight from Germany. So that was all I got to see was the airport. I messed up my white border, so cutting my middle out and putting it on a clean sheet. I love that, Irene. That is actually brilliant. And you could pop that up and have another layer of dimension. And I think that would be magical. I have to say, I absolutely am loving this page so far. I know, one day. And then maybe, do they still do that trade show? Or is it like not happening with COVID? The trade show that is in your area? Because that maybe one day I can make it to that as well. I think Jana went and worked the booth with my product line in Germany. So that's kind of awesome. Okay. No. Nope. I need a smaller red leaf, although I kind of am just digging that. They all attach. This one is not. Okay. Morning from Perth, Australia. All of my Aussies are on here now. I'm loving it. Getting up and moving. What time is it in Australia? Okay, let's look. What are you thinking, friends? It's very simple, but there's so much going on technique-wise on here. I don't feel like we need a lot of stuff going on. The only thing that I may end up doing is out of that other piece is cutting. Like I want some different shapes of leaves in smaller sizes. And I really would like a reddish color. Although I didn't, a little bit of red there, right? I guess I don't have to be such a crazy, and I can just put, even though it's the same leaf that's happening here. Don't be so crazy, Vicky. Let's look. Let's see. An idea. Put that there, like that. And then this one could go on the end. But I would really like one layered. I know it's not rocket science, right? Like just commit, but having a hard time. I like that. I'll just go with that. Gonna go with that. It's 3:30 in the morning and you're having trouble sleeping. Jana, have you ever tried like magnesium at night? Would that help you? Can you take that with your health stuff? Because you should be sleeping, my friend. It's like a forest. I love it, right? I like this purple area though, so maybe. And that one.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Did he win? I don't think Mrs. W's on here, but that's awesome that Matt won. I do not think Mrs. W's on here. I haven't seen her for a while. I liked that. Did you see down here, friends? Look. Love it. Committing. Commit, commit. So I am digging this so far. I'm just going to go with it. Do we like this one on here? Do we like that? Does it help, Jennifer? Jennifer takes a spoonful of honey at bedtime and that helps her. I don't even think I'm too sad about having a single mat. I think sometimes simple is the way to go. So let's look. What do we think? I don't think I need that there. I'm going to take it off. I made the decision on myself. Yes, we do like it. I took it off because let's do some embellishing on here. So look, digging it. I like it. It's, I think, very subtle, but still very pretty. Because this is a little different from what we usually do, don't you think, friends? So let's look at embellishing. Let's figure out a title. And look, like I have colorful, right? Or I have white. And this is what I'm leaning towards with maybe adding a little bit of color in there. So we'll decide. These are paperwork. They're one of my old thickers. So I am leaning towards the white and maybe we could put some gold in them. Let's decide. I have to have a drink. I think I could have grabbed more embellishing, but look at. So these are the chipboard thickers from Color Study. And don't you think some of these words floating in there might be fun? So let's look what they look like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look at some little words floating down in here. I like it. So I'm just going to randomly just place, and then we can decide. Real life, love this, love that. White all day. I know that would totally be your thing, Lori Lee. That I call it, and you know, poor Lori Lee. I will go between calling her Lori Lee and Lorelei all of the time. And she will be like, Vicky, what the heck is wrong with you? And I'll be like, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start with what is wrong with me. See, I think that's fun. I like it. Let's go with it. So we can put those little words like that, right? That's fun. I feel like I need a little label right here, and then our title could go right there. What do you think? Oh, I apologize. Like, I'm very proud of myself though, Yana. Did you notice that I said your name right out of the get-go? What photo am I using? I don't even know yet, Jennifer. I have tons of fall photos. So it will be a black and white would be beautiful on here. But don't you think like a title right here? So let's think about what I would like to use for a title. And then the other thing I need to do is find a label sticker. Because I would really like a label sticker or maybe something like that currently. I'll show you. You guys can help me decide. Do we like that currently? And then I could, I'm trying to think of what I want for a title. Help me, friends. Help me, friends, with something that would fit in here that we would like right in here. Do we want just fall? 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 Let me show you. F-A-L-L. What does what say, Dee Dee? I would love fall with a subtitle. Would be really fun. So let's look. I'm going to pop these up. So I'll just put it here so we can see. Like sometimes like it can be super simple, right? We don't have to overthink. And then I can see what other stickers that I have. But imagine just like fall. And then I could find another word that I could put under here. What do you think? And then a word underneath. Do we like it? Let me see. I'm going over to my thicker drawer. I feel like a black word would be cool. Let me look at what I have from Vicky Booten Collections. Because there is a lot of stuff around here. Okay. Here we go. Look. So let's look at what we have here. So this, do you love these stickers? This matte one? Because I have done matte ones and I've done shiny ones. Right? I love these. So we have currently, fall currently, document fall, this fall. I like that. Do we like that? This fall? This fall. I'll cut it out and show you. These are from Storyteller. And I'm listening because don't forget, I am actively, I think that has to come out. See? Better. Right? I like that. This fall. That works, right? So let's just play with that. And so give me feedback because don't forget, friends, I'm actively designing collection. Surprise. So here's funny, okay? Haven't even started working with Warm Wishes yet. Haven't even started. Yeah, this fall story would be good if it wasn't so big, but it's the scale is going to throw me off, right? So sometimes it's just kind of the stickers dictate. So Warm Wishes, I will be making, and I know that will be one of those things that will make you, as soon as you see the projects, you'll be like, yes, I want to do the fall class with, or the Christmas class with Vicky. I love the projects. And what is fun is I haven't even started working with that. I'm popping them all up. Haven't even started working with Warm Wishes. And then we have Fernwood. I have created the collection for spring, and I'm starting on the next one. Don't you think that's crazy? I think it's crazy, man. And I love it at the same time. And I have to say, color study has kept me busy. I have loved working with that collection. So here's my thoughts right now, because I think what would finish this and would be very pretty is if I get my gold glaze and I put some gold drips on here. Don't you think? The drips could go in unison with the leaves, or the drips could go around the title. What are our thoughts? You have to be a year ahead. Yes, because don't forget the other thing that will happen is Chinese New Year. So as we design our product lines, we need to get all of the stuff in so we don't get stuck when all the factories take their break for Chinese New Year. So yes, to gold drips. I agree. So let me find my gold glaze. We'll water it down and we'll put some gold on here. Gold glaze, where are you? Here is some. Make sure it's, yep, it's not dried out or anything because I have like 20 open jars. Gold, right? Don't you feel like now we need a little gold in here? So I can add it in on the letters. Right? But where are we thinking? Do we think, because there's gold on these little words, right? Should we drip it like here on this side? Should we drip it? Can you dull shiny stickers with gesso? I don't know. Maybe you could sand them. But I think if you put gesso on them, you'll turn them white because gesso's opaque, right? Maybe some ink. You could put some ink on here. So let's find my sheet of plastic because remember I cleaned up. So I'm going to make some gold paint with the gold glaze. And we're going to drip it on. But I don't know if I should drip it where the leaves are or if we should drip it down in here. Or we could do kind of I'm just going to throw it on here, man. I'm just going to throw it on and we're going to see what happens. So this is my gold glaze, Creative Effects gold glaze. It is a texture paste, but it is a water soluble medium. Clear gesso, maybe a matte clear gesso might work. Yeah, that might work, but not a white gesso, right? Okay, here we go. So where do we put it, friends? Do we drip it around here? So you want me to put it around where the leaves are. I could drip it right on the leaves. I could mask. Yeah, that might be fun. I could cover this. Woo! Vicky almost just put it all over there when I rolled my piece all over that like a ding dong. So let's cut a quarter. Cover my mat with a mat. And let's start right here. So you know what happens now is Vicky needs to let this dry. So what I could do is start on my card and let this dry a little bit. So this is going to freak you guys out, but I'm going to drip some of that right on here because I want a little bit more gold where the title's going to go. I just need to let this sit for a bit, let the pigment sit on there, and then I can literally take my paper towel and lift, because this is going to be a lot heavier than a distress ink because the metallic in it, right? Oh, you're sewing in on your journal cover. I love it. Love it. I love these glazes so much, my friends. And if you're doing the Warm Wishes class with me, I don't think it's a bad idea if you have some gold glaze for that class, because I really think that that will elevate the whole Christmas scrapbooking, right? Here we go. Okay. Letting that dry a little bit. And like, see, I can see it already. If I go in here and take a paper towel, watch what will happen. See? All that's left is the gold pigment. So look, I was able to cheat a little bit, right? Look, burp. And then all that's left behind is the gold. And I actually love it. Oh my goodness. I will show you. That gold glaze on top of that distress ink is absolutely stunning. Don't you love that I just pulled this paper towel out of the garbage thinking it was art, and it had crumbs on it, just so you know, because I'm always keeping it real, right? Karen, open that gold glaze and start using it. It is literally magic in a jar. Do you see what happened there? Can you see it? Oh my goodness. There you go. Love it. Oh, and look it. I kind of like my double green matte. What do we think? Right? You don't have to necessarily matte in a different color. I'm going to leave that there for now because I don't have a photo to put on it right now anyway. But I love this. That just made me super happy. That is just super happiness just happened there. Don't you agree? I don't know if I have gold left on that. I don't, but I could have fixed my little blue dot. Super happiness is happening tonight. Okay, so let's revisit now. Oh, I just wiped all the gold off and threw it away. But see, look at it. And I can always put some more in here if I need it. Like if it doesn't work as well as I was hoping it would. And for you guys, like somebody had said, I think the black, you can't really see it. It really shows on here. It's just, I think the lighting, but I'll show you guys. Right? You can see it. Now, I think a little bit of gold in the letters. Oh, I have an idea. I'm putting a little bit gold on here. So I'm putting my letters where I want them. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to drip the gold right on here. I love that, Marcia. So I'm going to put that like this. And I'm going to drip some gold right on top so it looks like it's spilt right on the letters. So some of you guys that are here, what are you guys working on? What are my design team lovelies working on tonight? Are you writing instructions, Natalie? What are you working on, Mari? I don't think Nicole's here tonight, right? You can add some gold over your boo-boo right here. 100% going to, Dawn. That's what I said. Didn't you see me just try to do it and then realize I had no gold left on my paintbrush? So I will do it. Okay, we gotta decide if I'm leaving them like that. I kind of like it coming underneath. I want to drip some more gold on my letters. So we're going to make it again because I washed it all off. You're designing cut files. Awesome. Nat, what is that for? I love this page. That gold outside of our color frame. Really, you're just watching. I was in my craft room all morning, so you were working away and you're just taking a break. I love it. You're working on laundry again. Sometimes you wish, yeah. That is tough, right? When there's stuff around the house that needs to be done and you're the one who has to do it. The struggle is real. So we'll see if this is going to be awesome or if I wreck it. But I really think I like the idea of that gold spilling right on my fall letters. There we go. So worked on a little bit of my boo-boo area. Okay. There we go. Digging that. So we'll let that set a little bit. I'm going to leave my gold on here for my card. And then I'm going to set this aside. Let's start on the card. But look at, totally digging it, friends. Totally digging it. Very simple layout. Okay. So what do we say for my slimline, first slimline card? That it is going to be a 7x8 that I fold in half, right? 7x8, 8.5. Is it 7.5 by 8.5? Slimline, friends. Is that what it is? 7.5 by 8.5? No, that wasn't what it was. 3.5 by 8.5, right? Somebody's going to tell me. I'm waiting. I don't know if it's delayed, but I'm cutting the base for my slimline. So I need to cut a 7 by 8.5, right? And then fold it to make it 3.5, okay? You know I need help a lot of times, that I'm slow on the uptake. So let's do that. And foundation is thick, so I'm going to do the best I can without cracking my paper too much. But of course, I have no bone folder or anything around when I need it, because I didn't plan very well. So like this tool, like this, that I'm going to use to score, I have no, because you know me, I have no patience. I don't want to go look for what I need. So let's just do it. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. Okay, now wish me the best when I fold it. Oh, it's going pretty good. We're making things happen. Okay. Okay. There we go. Vicky's first slimline card out of foundations paper. Hi, Robins. Are you guys together today? My Robins? Make a card base out of regular cardstock. Use foundations as a panel. I could do that, but I don't know where I have any cardstock. So it worked. And because I'm going to do our same technique, so I am going to do this. Now, I could do where I think I'm going to do like that. So, meaning I am going to mask the edge like that. Oh. And like this. Oh, my craft mat. But it's okay. I'm all right. You just finished Jen Shirkis from Fire. What is Firefly Weekend event? I'm not familiar with that. But yay, very exciting. I love Jen Shirkis. She's awesome. Okay. I'm okay if I don't have the craft mat, whatever. We'll just go with it. So I'm going to just ink my colors. And we're going to do the stencil kissing on the background. Here we go. Let's make a card. Okay. So we have our inks. And we are going to go in here and just deposit some color. It doesn't have to be like rocket science, okay? Like it doesn't have to be not rocket science, but like perfect. We don't need perfect. We just want to deposit some color. So I'm going in with prize ribbon. I'm going to get some blue on here. I'm going to put on some Seedless preserves, and we're going to do the same technique. The only difference is we didn't do the kissing and all the rest of it. We can do it a little simpler. It's fine. Okay. Hello from Queens, a huge good day from Queensland, Australia. I love it. You booked your room. The Robins are going on the cruise. I love it. We are going to have such a good time. Such a good time. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. I actually have to get in touch with Cruise and Crop and make sure my deposits and everything are done. Now we'll go back in with the prize ribbon and blend out our center. You'll see that pretty color we're getting in the middle there. Okay. Very exciting, my friends. We're gonna have a great time. Okay, good enough. Good enough. To go find the Doodlebug supplies. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time on that class that I laughed because a lot of ladies were like, how do I sign up for it? I'm like, you don't have to sign up. It's a free class, so everybody gets to play. Okay, so do we think for the stencil in the background, what do we want to use this time? Ooh, what about some like that? Let's do that. So these are my stencils that I'm using tonight. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to wet this. I'm going to put it on the background and we're going to get a really funky pattern. So we're going to wet the stencil, mist, mist, mist. Lots of water on it. So it moves around and we are going to lay that down and press into it. And I might cheat a little bit and just do a little bit of watermarking because it's going to look too perfect and that will bother me. Okay. And we are going to press into it. Is that the European cruise or the Caribbean? The Caribbean one. The Robins, I think, signed up for the Caribbean one. Right, ladies? Okay, let's see what we get with this one. Look at that. Ooh, and don't waste that. Look at it. Here is another card opportunity. Right? We'll stamp down. That one had lots of pigment on it because it was an ink blend. And then I can use that later for something else. Okay. Very pretty, right? Very subtle. Pretty background. Let's put a little heat on here. I can heat it some more, but I'm going to take my tape off. Remember, keep it tight to the edge so we don't tear. Look at me being a card maker. Love it. I do like it. And I find now that my kids are older, right, that I'm really digging the card making, that I can be crafty and I can gift my crafts. Look how fun that is, friends. Just that right there. Now it might, no, it didn't leak. But I totally love that. What do you guys think? I hope you're going to book one of them, Janice, and come with me because I think we will have fun. Okay. What do we think? Very pretty, don't you think? That turned out, that is more of our ombre. Are you still out there, Dawn? I always go to Dawn, right, to ask, do you like the card I made so far, Dawn? Oh, she thinks I'm a weirdo. So, let's look now, because I should have cut some of these smaller, right? I should have cut some smaller leaves. But we could use just the same style of leaf, right? I could just do one leaf style. What do I have? Like, so pretty. I love it. I have that. I have this one. So we could do like that, right? Lots of these ones, but they're all a lot, I find, are on the big side. That's the problem. So let's look. What can we do? So we could do, for this one, we could just do a gathering of leaves just in one section, couldn't we? Hi, Shelley. How are you, friend? Hoping for European cruise still. Maybe on the move again, though. Oh, my goodness. Right? And here's the other fun thing with the cruise. When we were talking, I think I was talking to Kari about this. And what's really nice is you can do a payment plan. So if you guys decided you wanted to sign up and you're going to either go with your spouse or you're going to go with your friend, they will keep you apprised to all of the deals. Like oh, I love that. I love that. Do we want 3? Oh, look at, what do you think? That's fun. Do you think that's fun? But yeah, you can pay a little bit per month. I love cruising too. I just miss leaving the house. I'm not going to be, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Do you remember when we used to get to leave the house? Okay, let's put some gold on here. I might have to reload. Yeah, it's not wet enough. Yes, I didn't know if I was going to stop at 2 or 3 because I was kind of liking just the 2 of them, but I think that will work. But we want some of this gold to drip on this beautiful dark color because it really makes a difference. And I like to bring it outside of our line because it just breaks up that hard line, right? Make sure we get some gold in there. Okay. All right. Very nice. Decide who you'll send it to. Would anybody like to get my card in the mail? Because I could pick this to mail to somebody, maybe with a little gift. If you're interested in it, you could have the layout too. But yes, I could send the card. I think that's a great idea, right? So what we can do is later, if you're on YouTube, let's just do it on YouTube because I feel like any of you can go on YouTube. So in the regular comments section, not in the live comments. So, oh my goodness, that gold on here is beautiful when you take the milkiness away. Oh, I absolutely love that. If you comment in the comment section on YouTube that you are interested in the card, just comment in the regular section and I will randomly choose someone and I will send the card with a little gift, whatever I can put in a flat envelope. So it could be a sticker set or one of my stencils or something like that. So definitely I will, if you are interested, I will send you a little note. And because I can remake, you know what I mean? I look at all of this stuff, like I could remake 10 of these, right? What am I looking for? My glue. So yes, don't comment here because not in the live section. So when this video, this live is done, go to the regular YouTube. So you know when you're on YouTube and you can comment underneath the video. So you need to comment underneath the video, and then I will pick somebody and I will send the card. But look how pretty. Don't rip it. Isn't that fun, friends? So now I just need I think just a little sentiment right here. Don't you think? Just a sentiment stamped here. And I am so on the ball tonight that I grabbed some things. So look at, hello, my dear friend. I'm going to stamp it right here. Bye. What do you guys think of my card? I made a card. I'm a card maker. That makes me so proud to be a little card maker, that I can do it. I can be with all my fun friends who make beautiful cards. Karen, you sent me a card recently too, didn't you? It's upstairs and I love it. Karen is very thoughtful and she sends me cards all the time and I love them. My first slimline card too, friends. Okay. So let's just hope Vicky doesn't go in here now and ruin the card with my phrase that I'm going to test to make sure. Yep, good thing I tested it. Okay, because I should have my Misty right now. Sorry if my head is in the shot. Not bad, I think, right? Not bad. There we go. Hello, dear. Hello, my dear friend. Yay! I love that. That was so simple too, friends. Like, look at how quick that card came together. That was easy peasy. Hi, Marlene. You are here. Riley came down to say, Rich came down to say, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Patty, do you like my card? I love it. I'm actually very proud of this card. Yay. Okay, let's look at the layout. And it's almost done too, friends. Look at, we are rocking tonight, making all of the things. So I just got to pick up that moisture, right? Because I had put down the gold. Oh, I love it where it dripped. But of course it dripped inside, so not so easy. Let's try. Pick up that. And where we fixed my boo-boo. That's me trying to blow on it. Did you just see that? Like I'm somehow with my power breath going to be able to dry that. What a ding dong. But see, look at, didn't that turn out with the putting the couple drips right there? Thank you, friends. The gold drips are magic. Like it really was that like little finishing touch. I don't feel like we need that though. So we can decide. I know some of you were not liking this fall. I don't even know if we need it. I kind of just dig in fall. So what do we think? Do we want this fall? Well, we can't put it down right now because that is wet. And now I just, oh, I'm making a mess. That just happened. I just rubbed gold all over. What do we think? I'm not doing it. I'm just leaving it. I like that, just like that. I don't think it needs this. I think that that is sometimes simple. Like there's so much going on with the mixed media on this that, look, when we put a really good photo on here, some journaling strips, I might sew on here a little bit. Like I might, because I feel like it's a little naked here, but I don't really want to do much. So imagine some really messy stitch lines on that side. And I feel like that's all this needs. So I'm going to grab my sewing machine. Are you all right with that? Well, if you don't want to stick around, you don't have to. But I'm going to sew up the side of this page because I feel like that's what it needs. You know what? Whoever gets this card, guess you're going to get these in with the card. So it's going to be when you open it up, those are going to fly out of it. And then you can make your own card from the extras. The stitch stamp. I'm nervous with the stitch stamp, Julie, because what if I mess it up? And I don't know if I want black. Like, I think, don't you think? I don't think I want black up the side of it. But I could use a stitch stamp. Let me find it. I'll show you what we're talking about. You guys will be so impressed when I give you a room tour of how I've organized my stuff. So all of my Tim Holtz, all of my stamps are in a drawer now in bins. So I can easily find them as long as I actually put it away. So I just have to see if it's in here. Is it in here? I don't think it is. I was so proud. Oh, there it is. I was so proud of myself. And then I was not so proud of myself. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's too much, don't you? I think I just want to sew the real sewing. So I'm going to grab my sewing machine. I think just with white, I think white, just messy, messy, messy on this side. I don't really want to put color in there, right? White stitching. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's just for texture. So grabbing it. Grabbing it. Here we come. I have to watch because in true Vicky fashion, my Cricut is on the floor. So I have to make sure that I don't step on it. So that's my Smurf tin that my foot pedal and plug go in. Vicky's just pulling everything out tonight. Let's just grab all of the things for this easy layout I'm going to make tonight. And then I love it though. I have to say this is probably one of my favorite projects that we've made. I loved the whole process last week and I am absolutely loving what actually happened, like what came together. So now let's just fingers crossed that the sewing machine is not going to be a demon tonight and is actually going to work. And I am going to do a combination of zigzag and straight stitches. Okay, here we go. The pedal. This sewing machine too, the cord for the freaking pedal is so short. It just doesn't make no sense to me. But whatever. Let's go. Okay. So there's one. where's the scissors? Oh, I'm telling you, I'll show you. Just look at this one already. Look at that already. Can you see it? That little bit of texture. Thank you. Look at, people are telling me they love my card. Very proud. All my little stickers are falling off though because I did not glue them on yet. So let's just take them off. Well, we finish the sewing. Okay, let's switch now to a straight stitch. Then I'm going to do all wonky on here. And hope for the best. Do a couple of them. What song was I singing today? And you would have laughed. Sesame Street theme. Sesame Street theme song. I don't know why, but I was walking around my house singing sunny days, chasing the clouds away. I have no clue why I do the things that I do. I don't know how the song got in my head in the first place, but just so you know, that's what Vicky, that's the theme song for today was Sesame Street. I haven't watched the show. I have no clue, but I was walking around singing some Sesame Street. And so while I'm sewing, that's what song is in my head. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Is it easy? I'm deciding to buy or not buy a sewing machine. 100%. I would tell you that you would want one. Like, I love sewing on paper. And do I think it's hard? You just need to learn some basics, and there's tons of YouTube videos. You need to know how to thread a bobbin and do all of those kind of things. But, and don't go too cheap. Like, you don't have to buy a super expensive sewing machine, but you also don't want the cheapest sewing machine. I actually want to buy a new one because I want one that I can see. Like, I feel like this one only catches the top piece of thread and doesn't pull it down. You know, like on a better sewing machine, these scissors are terrible. Do you see when I do a straight stitch? It looks like the stitch is just, it doesn't pull it down. I want the bobbin thread to pull the stitch down. So I am going to totally be buying myself, and it's subtle, but I like it. I feel like that's all it needed. Just a little bit of something over there. It is still, I'm going to put one more zigzag on here. And then I am done with this page. Pull all of that crap through. And then I just tape all my loose threads on the back. Just put a piece of what is that tape called? Just regular old tape. So, yes, I do love to sew on my layouts. If you guys have been hanging around with me for a while, you have seen this happen before. I'm a fan. So I would say yes. If it's something you like the look of, I think it's worth investing in. I sew on my cards. I would sew on my layouts. That's what it needed. That's other stitch, and I am very happy now. So let me show you. This is going on the floor too. I will put it all away before I go to bed tonight, but I have stuff everywhere. I've tried to adjust the bobbin tension. I've done all of the things. It's just very annoying. I had to go and buy a freaking new desktop computer today because our old Apple was just chugging along. It took 15 minutes to try to send an email. So it had to go. And guess what else is super back ordered? Computers. Because they said there's a shortage of silicon. So you have a hard time finding electronics. Don't you like that, friends? I think that's all it needed. All sewing machines aren't made for sewing on paper. Yeah, Marlene, I agree with that. I would not buy a super expensive one either because I would not ruin your sewing machine. But where do we have these now? I don't remember. I know I had one here. And I think here, is that what I did? Friends, I took them off now, and now I don't remember where they were. Love it. Love that. Love this. And was there one up here somewhere still? Real life. I don't know. I don't remember. Real life. Love that. That works for me, I think, right? So let's add those, and we're pretty much done. If you don't thread around the loop properly, it will do that. I have done all of the things. We have talked about, well, no, Marlene quilts and sews. I wouldn't sew on your machine with paper either, but it'll be fine. You would just change your needle. Like the paper is not going to ruin the machine. You would just change. I'd have a needle for sewing on paper, and then a different needle that you would sew your clothes and your quilts and such. But I feel like I don't know where I want that. I feel like I just need somebody, if there is something that could be fixed on that machine, it's beyond me. And I just need somebody, one of my friends that comes over who sews, to make adjustments on the machine, because I'm telling you, I'm at my wit's end with trying to figure out how to do it right. I feel like I have what do you say? I have exhausted my abilities to do the things right. You can take sewing machine to shop, yeah, and get the tension, maybe. I just don't know where those things are, but maybe Marlene, you know those things. Is there somebody who around here that fixes sewing machines? If I took it somewhere, that somebody would say, Vicki, I can help you. You do not need to be frustrated anymore. Because that would be awesome. I would love to get it fixed. Because I just thought it's because it's that actual sewing machine. The problem is with the sewing machine. So maybe there's some place. I hate sewing machines, spend hours hand stitching. Yeah. I just would like it to have nice, I don't even know if we have a quilt store around here. Right? I don't know. And I only use my sewing machine to sew on paper. I don't sew clothes, although that is the next thing I would like to learn. I would like to be able to make my own clothes and be able to alter patterns so I could take it and Vicify it. So I would really like to learn how to sew. I will hand stitch anything. I don't mind doing that, but like I love my friend Paige who sews. Like it is amazing what she does, but I just know I wouldn't have the patience to do that. So I love to look at other people's work. Like I think it's absolutely beautiful. But I have had, in all of the years that I've crafted, I've had a lot of friends who do very intricate, like will spend days and days on one layout. And I have a hard time, right? Yeah, I don't know if we do here in where I live. I'd have to look, but there. Look, friends, what do you think? I'm going to take the phone down and we will have a close-up look at the two projects here, okay? Because I think sometimes the light is better when I take the camera closer. So, you ready? Here we go. Sorry if that was just crazy. Is it focused? I don't know. But I hope you guys can see with the gold in the top. And here you go, the card. So I think that that turned out really well. I'm very happy with that. Let me put this back up here. Sorry, everything is kind of all over the place tonight. So sorry if I'm jiggling you a lot. There we go. But very happy with how that turned out. You know, some nights as we're crafting, they, I think, are super successful nights. Like most nights we make something we like, I think, when you join me here. Tonight, I especially liked what I created. So I hope if you guys aren't getting a chance to create with me tonight, that you get a chance to do this at some point. I'm just moving my laptop so I can flip the camera around because I take it down to read the comments and then lift it back up so I can see you. Here we go. Hi. I am really excited with how those turned out. So look at the card. Right? Very subtle, was quick. Like how quick did we make this card, right? And then the layout. Yeah, very happy with how that turned out. Can you see the gold? So love that. So are there any questions tonight? Thank you again for a really great night. You're welcome, Betty. I had a lot of fun. That was fun. That fed the soul, right? That fed the soul. It was, I love when it came together tonight. It came together. I had a lot of fun. I hope if you have any questions, let me know. But timing wise, it was pretty good tonight that we got 2 projects done, learned some new things, got to spend some time with our friends. Hi, Valerie, friend. How are you? Yes, see, thank you. 2 lovely projects. Amazing. Vicky, my daughter, is watching with me and she loved hearing you sing. I do it all the time. You tell your daughter that Vicky Booten's a weirdo who just likes to sing while I craft. I think they were, well, you see, because normally we would have made that whole background, die cut the leaves, try to do it all in one. By doing it in 2 sessions, I found it's bite-sized pieces, right? Especially if you're joining me for the first time or you are newer to mixed media, make sure you see the first version or the first section of the live, which we did last week, where it was doing a drip distress background. And that's where we created the art for the leaves. And then in today's post, you will see in the comment section the description of the video I put a link to the free cut file, and that's how I cut all of the leaves. So I did that, all of the prep work for this layout. And then we made that background with the fun technique with the distress ink. And then we stamped the wet stencil into it to remove some pigment. And it's subtle and pretty, especially, do you notice? Here's the difference. Do you notice? Very subtle on the layout background because we did wet distress ink first and then just added some ink on top. So it wasn't as reactive. So it's very subtle on the layout. And I'll post pictures of this. And then more dramatic on the card because this was all inked and then we picked up the pigment. Okay, so that's how you get, there's kind of two applications of that background in tonight's live, right? And I don't think, where do you find the cut files? VickyBoutin.com, VICKIBOUTIN. They're in my shop under cut files, free cut files, and you will find tons of free cut files in there that I draw for and add for different things that we're doing. Yay. I don't think I'm missing anything. Hi, Carissa, how are you? So if you're interested in an opportunity for me to mail you that card when this video is done, when I'm done live, which I'm going to be saying goodnight in a second, just make sure you leave a comment in the section underneath the video. So not in the live comment section at the side is when I shut down for the night. Just go ahead and leave a comment and I will choose a name on Sunday by 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm not going to leave it up there for long. That should give people a chance to put their name in there if they're interested. And I will mail someone the card and whatever I can fit into a flat envelope. So it'll be a little prize, a little surprise for tonight or for the weekend. And I'm going to remake the card because I loved it. So I want a copy of it. I'll mail it anywhere. So yes, anywhere. You can comment if you're in Australia, if you're in New Zealand, if you're watching in Costa Rica, wherever. I will, because it's just a flat envelope, I will mail it anywhere. So thanks so much. If you have any questions about the Warm Wishes weekend or the kit, or make sure you're signed up for my newsletter because I will send details out and have it planned as a live for the Doodlebug class. That's a free class that you can just participate with me. And don't worry, Fernwood is coming for the weekend event and lots of other things. I have lots of things in the pipeline. So it's all coming. Thanks so much, as always, for joining me. Have a fabulous weekend and make sure you find some time just for you to craft and make something that fills your cup. And I'll see you next Friday. Okay, have a great weekend, friends. Thanks so much, as always, for joining me. And thanks, Nat, for helping me like you always do. We'll see you guys later. Night.